Cruising the block with that Midwest glow. Got the game on the screen, that's just how the days go. Yeah. This that good life we talking about. Dad Snark Podcast. Let it all hang out. Yeah, this that good life we talking about. Dad Snark Podcast. Let it all hang out.
Hey everybody, it is Kyle coming to you from my basement. Oh boy, so much has happened since I talked to you last. There's a lot of good things going on. We ended the final swim season of my daughter's competitive swimming career. It's interesting, you know. I remember when she started swimming, she wanted to be on a swim team. But I even remember before that. See, we had this above ground pool that came with this house when we bought it. And I was a stay-at-home dad. And I would take the kids out to go swimming with them when I was home during the day. And we would get them little kind of floaty vests, you know. And so we would get kind of the ski ones that you wear when you go ski, water skiing. And I would put on these before they got in the water, you know, so they could float around. And gradually we taught them how to swim and all that jazz. But anyway, I remember I was putting my son's vest on one day. I put it on first because he really wanted to get in there. And then I heard a splash. And holy crap. My daughter jumped in without anything on, without any vest on, no life preserver deal. And I was like, hold on. And I had to jump in and get her and all that. And then the next time we did, he's like, come on, Dad, I really want to get in. And so I was doing the same thing and she did the same damn thing. So I figured, hey, I'm always going to put hers on first. I kind of got a clue. The point of that story really is that she's a water bug. She's been a water bug her whole entire life, and it's just something she's always really been into and really loved. And so when they both took swim lessons, they learned how to dive, all that stuff at our local Parks and Rec, and then she really wanted to get into possibly swimming competitively. And so we signed her up for a swim club, and she was great, like almost instantly. I remember sitting up on those bleachers, same ones I just stopped sitting up on, and sitting in that sweaty natatorium because it gets hot and sweaty in there in the winter, and just looking down there and watching her just swim circles around everybody. And I remember texting my wife and just saying, hey, I think she might be good at this, you know? And there you go. That's kind of how it started. I mean, that was a long time ago that she started doing that, in near a decade ago. And so to watch her grow into this young woman who is going to state a couple years in a row and all that jazz was really exciting, despite the fact that there's a lot of drama sometimes on swim teams. It depends on who all's on the team, of course. If they've got someone who considers himself swim god, which this team did. But, despite all that, it still has been an amazing scenario. It's been fun to watch, and I will miss it. I will miss watching her do that. But I definitely won't miss those sweaty, warm seats, and I definitely will not miss that drama. But I mean, you know, these are good things because it's a whole new world for her starting, you know, next fall. And so that's pretty exciting. Son's doing great. His HVAC training stuff is going really well. He's doing great in that class and just really knocking it out of the park. It's something he wants to do. It's something he likes to do. So that is awesome. Very happy for him. And then, I mean, just life in general. My wife and I have been having a lot of fun, hanging out, going to see movies. We went to an event last weekend where it was a charity event for a local organization called Cold Water. They raised funds to get food and clothing and stuff for people who have fallen on hard times. And it was really pretty cool. We paid to get in, quite a bit to get in. They had some food that was catered by a local restaurant / chef catering group. And then they had these mice races or mouse races. Yeah, just how it sounds, kind of like horse races or dog races, but it's mice. And you would bet on, so much on each, whatever mouse in each race. And it was fun. We had a lot of fun. It was a good time and fun thing to go do. But yeah, that's a lot of things going on. Yeah, I got the passports going for the kids. Wife's renewed hers. So everything's heading towards this big event that's happening in May when we go on our first cruise. So that should be fun. Another little side thing that has happened that's really good. I actually purchased a pair of Rokid glasses. Rokid is the name of the company. Now these are a little bit different glasses, AI glasses, because not the Rokid AIs. Those are the ones without a display. These Rokid glasses have display in both eyes. And I've been unable to find any other ones really because my prescription's pretty rough. I didn't want to spend the money that they were asking for the Evan Realities G2Bs. I mean, those would have been over $2,000. These are less than half that, really. And these are, in my opinion, superior because those Evan Realities glasses don't have any audio feedback. So you can't listen to music. You can't take calls on them. I mean, what the fuck? So these Rokid glasses will be coming. It's going to take a while for them to get here, and I kind of planned on that. I knew it would. But when they do, it's going to be amazing. And before I actually purchased those, I had actually been reaching out to these different companies that make some of these glasses over in China mostly. Rokid, Inmo is another one. MemoMind is another one that'll be coming soon. It's not out yet. And I just reached out to them and said, hey, look, I'm interested in a pair of these. I've had the Lucid glasses and I've had these Meta Ray-Bans. And here's what I want to try and be able to do with these smart glasses. I want to be able to hold an item up and ask the glasses to give me information on this item and tell me what the online resale value of this item is and how it's selling online right now. Is it selling? Are they selling a lot of these? And Meta simply cannot do that. The Lucids couldn't do it because they didn't have a camera. The Metas can't do it because of its Meta AI. I don't know if they have it shut off or if it's just not great AI. I'm guessing the latter, and maybe having them shut off for that reason. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Whenever I do that, it just says, I can't do that right now for you. Why? And you're stuck with Meta AI on these. You can't switch over to ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude or any of that stuff. You have to stick with Meta AI. So on these Rokid glasses, you can use ChatGPT. There is Quen also, which is the Alibaba, their AI, which is really good, as I understand. But the key for me, as far as these glasses go, is the fact that, I can do that and get the feedback up on the screen in my eyes. So people around me don't have to know what I'm doing necessarily, because people give you weird looks when you're looking stuff up, when you're sourcing. So it would be nice to be able to do that. The other cool thing is they have translation stuff, and it's the same thing there. You can either, if the person's talking to you in another language, you can either hear it and see it as it translates, or you can just see it. You can turn off the audio. And so that's really cool. That'll be fun when we go on our trip down to Mexico, when we go on this cruise. But yeah, I mean, those are really cool. So I reached out to all these companies before I purchased these, actually. And I just said, hey, this is what I'm looking to do. I'd be interested in some sort of partnership. I understand, the reseller market for these type of glasses is probably not a huge amount of money you guys would be looking at, but I still think it can be a pretty cool way to show off what they can do. And I also think that it could be mutually beneficial to me and to you. And Inmo, they've got one coming out called the Inmo Go 3, which looks really nice. I think they're doing a crowdfunding thing for it in April. I don't know how much those will be. I think they're like going to be $450 plus, whatever your lenses cost and stuff like that. The Rokids are $599 plus that stuff. But anyway, I reached out to all those companies and I just kind of brought up, what my interest is and to see. So Inmo contacted me back and said, okay, you need to contact our person in marketing, and they work those sorts of things out. And so I emailed that person. And then I was also contacted by Rokid. And I reached out to these people on Reddit, on Discord, and I also reached out to them on LinkedIn, all three of those. So I reached out to Inmo, sent them an email, all the information. I also did the same for Rokid. And I got a response from Rokid, and they said, hey, you can actually talk to the person who's in charge of that. This is their contact on WhatsApp. And then also you can contact them via email here. And so I sent them an email and I contacted them on WhatsApp. Well, they contacted me right back. And what's really cool, let's see, when I contacted them, it was yesterday at 9:30 in the morning. And I just kind of told them everything about it. And I said, hey, I've actually already purchased a pair of these glasses. I'm waiting for them. Very excited. And I think they'll work for this. Well, they contacted me back today, just within 24 hours. And they said, we can have a quick call this Friday. And I said, yeah, absolutely. So technically it'll be Thursday night for us, but it'll be 11 a.m. in China. I have a meeting with this person and we're going to discuss this partnership of sorts. So that's pretty damn cool. I'm very excited to have that because, I'll shout from the rooftops if these things work and do all the stuff that they purport to do and that I see other people doing with them. I have no doubt. And also, I'll include them in my podcasts. I will make videos with them, all kinds of stuff. So, I will help advertise their product. So I think once I can get this secured and I do stuff with this product, then I can put that kind of on a resume of sorts and reach out to other companies again and just say, hey, and see if we can get them to come on board too. And I can test all these out. The way I look at it is, I paid for this pair. I don't know. I'm not thinking I'll get anything back for it other than just maybe some sponsorship for some episodes or stuff like that or videos. Personally, I'd really like them just to expedite my order because I know it may not even be here in time for this cruise, but I sure hope so. But yeah, it would just be kind of cool to be able to have that kind of partnership and do stuff with these companies, because I really think these glasses are not just a fun tech geek product, which they are. That's what I'm excited about them for mostly. But also think about the benefits they could have to other people. I've heard so many great stories about people with these Ray-Ban Metas that can't really see very well or completely blind. And they can wear these Metas and they can ask the Metas to tell them what's in front of them and get a nice description. I think that's amazing, man. So there are real world situations that these glasses are good for, in addition to, information, consuming more information and using AI to help in decision making and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat idea. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know, of course. That'll be pretty exciting. All right, so what am I into right now? Well, let's see. As far as music goes, pretty much been on the same course. Now, there have been a few new things that have come out. I have downloaded that latest album by Gorillaz, The Mountain, and I put that over on mini disc. I've listened to it a few times. I need to continue to listen to it a little more, and we'll just see where that goes, because I really don't know off the top of my head how great I feel about it. It definitely doesn't feel like it doesn't feel to me I'm not going to love it, I don't think, as much as I've loved their previous albums. So But who knows? It may grow on me. The other album that's come out or is coming out soon is the new Thundercat record, and that's pretty cool. Been listening to some of the tracks that have already been released. It doesn't come out for another month or so, but it's really good. I'm excited about that one as well. And then other than that, there's a Swell on their Bandcamp site. They've released an album called And All Them Stars. So I've actually purchased that digitally and downloaded that and put it on mini disc as well. And I've been listening to that one a lot. It's great. If you're a Swell fan, it's perfect. All right. That's really about it on listening, though. Not too much other new music. Been listening to a lot of podcasts and audiobook action, so I'll get into that in a minute. What have I been watching? A lot of the same old stuff. Nothing really crazy new that I can think of off the top of my head. Same shows. Shrinking is fantastic. Been watching that. Been watching Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. Really like that one. Did watch a movie this week. My wife had brought up she'd seen that this movie advertised, and so I had it actually for us to watch already through one of these streaming groups. But it's called The Retirement Plan with Nicolas Cage. Great idea. I mean, and he does pretty good at it. I would just say the execution of the filmmaking is kind of lackluster. Some of the dialogue in it is borderline Lucas quality. It's not good. So some of it's kind of rough in that respect. And there's other issues with it, but overall, I would say I still enjoyed it. I liked the idea of it. I thought it was good. It just didn't really execute as well as I might have hoped it would have. Not much else on watching, really. Kind of the same old, same old. You just got to have time to watch things, and we just do not. So there's that. There's things I'm interested in. I've got the 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. I need to watch that. We also watched another one called Untitled Home Invasion Romance. It's with Jason Biggs from American Pie fame, and he actually directed it as well. But it's interesting. It's 85 minutes long. It's a comedy romance type of heist type of situation, but it's interesting. It was definitely worth a watch, and I had fun watching it. But it also had some severe issues, and it's just one of those things. Sometimes you just got to grin and bear it. Oh, I know what else I've been listening to. I didn't tell you guys. Big Audio Dynamite. Listen to all those albums. Blast from My Past there. My very favorite album of theirs is Number 10 Upping Street. That's kind of their first full-length album. Their second recording of all time. And then after that, it would be Tighten Up Volume 88. I really love that one. Also pretty fantastic. But I've been listening to a lot of them. I put their whole discography on one mini disc in the long play mode. And been listening to that a lot too. All right, back to what I'm watching. But really, other than that, not much. Lots of videos on YouTube about these glasses and about smart glasses and stuff. Yeah, that's about it. What have I been reading? Nothing really. I do have a new audiobook, though. It's pretty interesting. I've been listening to when I get a chance here and there. Let me see here. Bring this up for you and talk to you a little bit about it. It's an interesting book. I'd heard about it, but I finally had a credit on Audible, so I went ahead and just pulled the trigger on it. It's called There Is No Anti-Mimetics Division. If it sounds strange, I would say that's because it is strange. I like it. I think it's pretty awesome, but it's definitely not for everyone. I guess what I would call it is it's definitely science fiction, but it's very mind-bending, very confusing. If you're not familiar with technology and some of the vernacular that goes around our current technology, especially internet and those types of things, it might not be for you. But long story short, the summary of it is humanity is under assault by malevolent anti-memes or anti-memes, ideas that attack your memory, identity, and the fabric of reality itself. In this whip-smart tale of science fiction horror, an entirely reimagined and expanded version of the beloved online novel. So it was an online novel. It was something that existed on the internet, and they kind of redid it and everything for an actual book. Another little quick blurb. They're all around us, hiding in plain sight. One could be in the room with you now, just to your left. You could be seeing it right now, but from this second to the next, you'll forget that you did. If you managed to jot down a note, the paper would look blank to you afterwards. These entities can feed on your most cherished memories, the things that make you you, and you'll never even know anything has changed. They can turn you into a living ghost. Make it so you're standing next to your spouse, screaming in their ear, and they won't even know that you're there. These are predators equipped with the ultimate camouflage, living black holes for information, able to consume our very memories of their existence. And they aren't just feeding on us, they're invading. But how do you fight an enemy when you can never know that you're at war? How do you contain something you can't record or remember? Welcome to the Anti-Memetics Division. Nope, this is not your first day. Yeah, it's a trip. I really don't know how to explain it even that good, but it's cool. It's well made, well written. It's just truly bizarre. It's a lot to wrap your head around, you know. But I have been listening to a little bit. I definitely have been digging it. But not reading really anything outside of that. Let's see. Gaming, nothing really. Just the same old, you know. I have been playing the Disney Solitaire app that's on my phone. It's just another form of solitaire for me, but it's kind of fun. You know, I won't be paying any money to play it, but a lot of people do. So I'm not that into it. I love the one that I already have. It's just I usually blast through that one before the end of this period where there's these rewards you get for playing it. So, yeah. But yeah, I really need to sit down and do some of the other gaming with the Game Station Go and some of that stuff. I did put up an extra Neo Geo X handheld that I had. I got it. It was thrown in when I bought a game card for my device that I already had. So this was thrown in with that game card in the box. I didn't know before I even purchased it. But yeah, I mean, they're worth some money, so I put it up for sale. But it's up on the store. But no other gaming really besides that. And then I guess we got podcasts. Yeah, nothing really new there. Yeah, it's nothing. I can't think of anything new as far as podcasts go. Let's see here. I'll just take a look really quick and see if I'm just missing something. I can't remember. Yeah, no, nothing new there. I have been listening to the Perplexity AI podcast. Been listening to some of those episodes to kind of catch up. And then I've been listening to a lot of the I Survived podcast. But, you know, really that one, you got to watch out, man. Because if that's what you're listening to and you listen to too much of it, it doesn't do good things to your mind. So I kind of am laying off that one right now and just listen to some AI stuff for a little while. Oh, there it goes. There's my glasses already dead for the day. Of course, I haven't been using them a lot today, too, so not surprised. But that's something else I'm looking forward to. These Rokid glasses, they have a charging case also. But they actually also, I ordered this thing called a power capsule. It's about the size of a pair of AirPod Pros or whatever, that little case, earbuds. But it's 2 batteries in there, and you can actually put one of those on magnetically on the temple, on the earpiece in the back, and continue to use your glasses when the battery starts to go bad or starts to die. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited. That's another cool thing about these glasses. My understanding too is that you can record and shoot video and photographs in other modes besides portrait. So you can shoot, landscape. They shoot 4K, by the way. And then you can shoot in square format too for like Instagram and stuff like that. But yeah, you can shoot 10 minutes at a time. And actually, if you have one of these batteries on or you have it connected to an external battery pack, you can record a hell of a lot longer. So who knows, man? I'm looking forward to using these and going out there and doing some sourcing and stuff like that. I'm also looking forward to using them when we're on our trip, getting some good footage of my family, us having a good time. You got to be careful, from my understanding. You got to watch out because people are pretty touchy about these glasses because people think that they're so important that all you want to do is record them. That's not the case. I rarely record video and photographs on these Ray-Ban Metas. But I do like the ability to do so. So with the Rokids, I will have to not have them on when we're checking in and going through security. And then I have to be aware of where I'm at, probably carrying my case at all times in case I'm somewhere and they don't want you to have them on because people have ruined it for others by being morons. So anyway, got back on the glasses subject again. See how I did that? Pretty sneaky. But that's all I got, guys. I do appreciate you guys listening. There's a new Hawk Picks episode from last week. Things have kind of picked up a little bit. Been selling some stuff on there, on the store. So that's out there. I'll put a link in the notes here for you. There'll be some updated photographs in there for you guys to go check out as well. Again, thanks for listening. Check out the other podcasts when you get a chance. I'll update you guys on some of this other stuff as it comes about. And get off my lawn.
We talking about Dad Snark Podcast, let it all